the game tape and just your thoughts on how you played and how the offense played?
Yeah, I have. I've seen it a couple times. My personal performance was solid. I had to miss a couple throws, some bijs, things like that, little mistakes that can be fixed and will be fixed this week. As a whole offense, we did a pretty good job. It just, sometimes we just kind of slipped up in times when we need it. And the tempo could have been better, and that starts with me. And I take responsibility of that, driving the offense and driving the team and making sure that everyone's getting set and focused on that play at the moment and being successful on just one play at a time. So all the things that we can fix will be fixed this week, and that's what we're gonna aim forward to.
What happened on the interception? From your standpoint, what happened on that play?
Just miscommunication on me and the receiver. Things happen like that, and the corner made a heck of a play. He went out and dove for the ball and caught the ball. So nothing major. Things that we would correct, and the corner. You got to give him credit for making that play. So.
Sean, what are in the moment as far as the tempo goes? What are some of the factors that sort of inhibit the tempo, the preferred tempo?
Just a sense of urgency. Everyone getting lined up quick, getting the eyes to the sideline, getting the play. Everyone's communicating on the same page, and everyone's lining up, as fast as we can, because we want to be a tempo, fast offense. So everyone's just having that, and it just starts with me, just encouraging the guys of, getting the play in and calling the right play and seeing what the defense is doing, and everyone's just been on the same page.
How long did it take you to adjust to the fact that they were playing a lot more man than maybe they'd shown previously?
We knew they were going to play man. We knew they were going to play, a lot of press on the outsides and make us, earn the throws and earn the catches. So, ours was a great team. They have a lot of great skill guys, a lot of talent on that team, and they came out ready, really confident and ready to play. So, we knew what we was up for, and we was up for the task and the challenge, and we overcame it.
Mike says he wasn't surprised he played man. He was surprised he just played it so well. He said that kind of. Were you kind of taken back a little bit too? The job they did.
Yeah, we kind of knew, but at the same time we didn't know because it was a different defensive coordinator. Still was at LSU the previous year, so we had to watch a lot more film on what the LSU was doing rather than the personnel of Auburn. Only game tape we really had on them was the spring game. And then, last year, and of course, those guys gotten better from last year. So, all we kind of seen was the spring game. But, those guys came out ready to play, and, we respect that. And we gave them a lot of credit, for, handling their own and, playing so well. So.
Coach Sweetie said as well as Mike Williams played, he didn't play as well as he's capable. Left a couple plays on the table he normally makes, especially that one in the end zone. Is that your assessment as well?
Of course, there's never a perfect game. Even though the stats may, seem that way, if it's good or bad, there's never that game where, once you watch the film where it's perfect and everything goes well, and then everything goes bad is what you've seen, on that Saturday. So, there's a lot of things that, not just Mike, but everyone on the offense can fix and fix their game and get down to the little things to correct this week.
You guys did to take away that quarterback run?
You said what?
What did they do specifically to take away the quarterback run?
They just, swarmed to the ball very well, just contained on the outside and let us get outside and just kind of swarmed everything. Not so much of really contain, the quarterback because I didn't have too many design runs, but, they just did a good job of swarming to the ball and making tackles when needed.
You and Mike have each been here 3-4 years, but your injury history is kind of overlapped where you guys haven't been on the field a whole lot together. Are you pretty excited based on game one what you guys can do if you're both out there?
Yeah, it's always good to have Mike out there. As you've seen before, and this past weekend, he's a ball player. He makes plays, and just another talent on the field that defense have to worry about. We have so much depth and so many guys that are capable of making those plays. But having him back in his leadership and his experience has been great.
How often do y'all work on that back shoulder fade? Because y'all had it work to perfection the other night.
It just depends on what the DB is trying to do. He has to have to make a decision: play over top or play behind. And It's just something that, over the course of the summer, spring, and even training camp that, it just depends on what the corner's doing. So, it's just a good way of connecting together and making sure that we was on the same page.
That last throw to him there on that third down, there on that last drive, was that your best throw of the night you done?
Nah, I'd say my best throw was probably that Renfro touchdown. I would probably say that. But that was one of the good throws. So.
Speaking of that run for a touchdown, I think Wayne Gallman threw a really big block for you on that play. Is the pass protection the biggest area of improvement you've seen him make?
For him or just offense?
Just for him.
I mean, yeah, it's something that he wanted to improve, and he got better over the summer in training camp of understanding the protections and what we want to do from a blocking standpoint, and just being on the same page with the offensive linemen, and the offensive line starting with Jay and those guys are communicating with us and making sure that we're seeing what they're seeing so we can be on the same page. So it's just a great way of just us communicating and being on the same page, and Wayne is taking responsibility for it.
Last five games have been away from Memorial Stadium. You guys looking forward to getting back to Death Valley?
Of course, we love to be home and see the fans and see all the orange and just be excited to get back in Death Valley, run down the hill and put up points in the stadium. So it's gonna have a good feeling coming home this Saturday.
What's your early take on Troy's defense?
I haven't seen too much, just a little bit of last year and what they did this previous week. But a lot of great skill, a lot of guys that are very confident, and it'd be interesting, over the course of the week to see how they going to game plan against us.
Are you looking forward to watching that Florida State Ole Miss game tonight?
Of course, that'll be another classic, just like the Notre Dame Texas was last year. A lot of guys on both teams that I know, so it's gonna be fun to see those guys play.
Dalvin Cook is one of your biggest competitors for the Heisman this season, but then you've got the allegiance to the ACC. What are your thoughts? Are you going to be pulling for the Florida State tonight?
Just keep my mouth shut on that. I'm not gonna say. I have a lot of guys that I respect on both teams, and so both teams are gonna play well, and it's gonna be a good game. So it's gonna be fun to watch it.
To what extent does this feel similar to last year's Louisville game where you guys are kind of working out some of the kinks the first time on the road?
Yeah, that's always a challenge. Going on the road, especially early on in the season. Hostile environment, is very similar after, seeing the stats and what we did on both games. It's a good tape for us. Just get the experience, get that out the way. A lot of young guys getting to play on the road, and now just having that confidence and understanding of what it's going to take to be able to go throughout the season, especially when we go on the road these upcoming road games. So.
In terms of communication, no procedure penalties on the opposite line, no holding penalties. Are you surprised by that, the first road game in that type of environment, that they were able to keep it together so well?
Not at all, because that's what we worked on throughout the course of the preseason, and what Coach Sweeney wanted us to kind of nail and make sure we focus on. If we communicate and all be on the same page, and then all that stuff won't happen. And so we did a good job of handling that, and just continue to build on it from here.
Deshaun, with so much talk this summer about what this offense, the potential of this offense, things like that, was there any, disappointment, nervousness trying to live up to that in the first game, and was there any of that going on here?
No, not at all, because the main goal is to get the win, and we don't live up to what the media have to say about what the potential of this offense can do. We understand what we have, and we understand what we can do, and we all got to be on the same page. We knew that just because we didn't put up over 500 yards and 40 points doesn't mean that we're still not explosive. We knew Auburn was going to come out and be ready to play, and we got to earn it. And so it's just a learning process, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to figure out what plays is good for us and what plays is not, and build on from there.
Do you feel like some of the receivers are having trouble getting off the ball?
No, I don't. I didn't see it, so maybe y'all seen different, but I think my receivers are doing a good job of get some separation and getting their hands on the ball and have the opportunity to catch it.
Heading into week one, there's always a lot of unknown. I guess, what did you kind of learn about the team overall in terms of being able to go to Auburn and get out?
We handled adversity very well. No one got down on each other, and everyone just communicated and encouraged one another. And it just started off with offense, encouraging the defense doing it for the offense, and offense and defense, supporting the special teams. And it's just all one unit, one team, and if we continue to do that and build on that each and every week, we'd have a special year.
How's that?
Thanks, Deshaun.
Appreciate it.